extra time.
Mishti Kotha, Bengal's newest test of sweets.
Welcome to Extra Time's coverage of the Cricket World Cup from here in England. We are right now in Nottingham, and not a very good news to wake up to early in the morning. We got the news that Shikhar Dhawan, India's opener Shikhar Dhawan, has a thumb fracture and has been ruled out for at least 3 weeks, which means in all likelihood he will miss all the matches leading up to the knockout stages. I am joined here by none other than eminent cricket journalist Debashish Datta. Debuda, it comes as a huge blow for the Indian team.
Big blow, definitely, yes, Mr. Sen. And because, we were not getting proper support before the start of the game. There was a big question mark that, whether Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan will be able to rise to the occasion and try to play their best. But they proved against Australia, they are in the good nick. The glimpse were there at Southampton against South Africa. But now against Australia, they did their best. And we thought that, one major question's answer was received. Now, another big blow, and this blow means that it will be difficult for a free-flowing player like Shikhar Dhawan to be replaced by someone. It looks like they will have to bring in one replacement, and Rishabh Pant is number one choice because he was there in the standby list. But meanwhile, to repair the damages, I think they will try to open the innings Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, and then if Rishabh comes or Vijay Shankar may be injected in the 11 in the middle order. But it's a big problem for the captain and the team as well, that how to repair this.
Debuda, it comes as a huge blow for the Indian team. Just the sheer statistics will show us why, because someone like Shikhar, who has been in tremendous form, particularly for ICC events, he has scored more than 1200 runs at an average of 65.15, and that's ominous form in ICC events. Means
beautiful. 1238 runs in 20 matches, average 60 plus. And India will have to play without him. It is really a major blow, but it is unfortunate, and we all know that injury is part and parcel of the game. And so the earlier we will be able to absorb the shock, it's always better to go ahead, move forward.
And someone like Shikhar, who has just scored 100 in the last match against Australia, because it was his knock and also the partnership between him and Rohit that set the platform for a huge total that India posted. Means obviously, how do you replace? Because obviously there will be replacements coming in. Obviously, you just mentioned that KL Rahul may be the option to open the innings for India, but obviously it will be a huge blow for the Indian team. That's the sheer fact that start that Shikhar gives to the Indian team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that he's a prolific scorer. And not only that, in the left hand right hand combination was superb, because the opposition bowlers find difficulty in getting their rhythm. So all this will be lost, and if Rishabh Pant comes, he will be batting in the middle order. He's a right hander. So now, if at all Virat Kohli and company decides to open the innings with KL Rahul, he's also a right hander. So the left and right combination will be lost.
There was a somewhat strange that we are yet to get an official update on Shikhar's injury. Obviously, he did go for an MRI scan yesterday on reaching Nottingham with Patrick Farrad, the physio. And he was in a local restaurant here, which is just rank opposite the team hotel, that is the Park Plaza here in Nottingham, the restaurant called Mem Saab. But he didn't look to be in that serious, but he was jovial, he was chatting with the fans. But then the report did come out today morning that he might have fractured his thumb. So but we are still to get an update from BCCI, and it is something strange.
you decide, which side of the report to be taken. Yesterday when our Mr. Sen met him, he was jovial, and as he reported that he did have his dinner at the local restaurant called Mem Sahab, and even after that, वहाँ से आने का बाद भी there was no response, there was no news that and by looking at him also, he couldn't gauge that he will be out of the World Cup or out of the World Cup for 3 weeks in the next morning. So this is a big blow, not only big blow, but we expected details from the team management,
absolutely.
from BCCI. Now, I am also having a doubt that whether Shikhar is out for 3 weeks or for the whole World Cup. So, dilly-dallying. And in two minds, we have to believe that Shikhar will be fit before the semi-final or the final game. But till then, we have to fight with the injury, and we have to wish and pray that Shikhar gets well very soon, so that he comes back at an early date. But yes, Mr. Sen's question is right. Why did BCCI did not inform the media in time?
This wouldn't have been the case with the Cricket Australia or ECB or England and Wales Cricket Board. Means they are so professional. Even for that matter, South African Cricket Board.
Why would you forget the West Indies also?
Yes.
Because they are all professionals, and we sometimes behave like amateur people, and we always believe that media is not our friend. BCCI thinks that way. I mean, I'm sorry to say that we are all shocked that Shikhar is out, and Shikhar's injury was not known. Well, Shikhar did not field after getting his magnificent 117 at the Oval. Even then, Virat Kohli, the captain, announced in the press conference that I really do not know what exactly has happened, because I am coming from the presentation ceremony to the press conference. But our BCCI media team, especially he mentioned Maulin Parikh's name, that Maulin will inform the media. I think there was some instruction from BCCI. Otherwise, Maulin is also very serious and very friendly with us.
Yes, very
but
friendly.
I really do not know why Maulin could not inform us in time. So we will definitely meet him. That what was the latest reaction, and I'm sure the extra time, if you kindly follow, it will be updated in time. But before that, till then, we have to keep our finger crossed and hoping that he would be all right.
They were assuming that there will be a replacement if Shikhar is out for 3 weeks. Means obviously Debuda did mention that Rishabh Pant looks to be the favourite as of now, because he was in the standby. Means
he was not only in the standby, he was the number one candidate in the standby list.
But Debuda, obviously coming to there are one or two more names propping up. Obviously Ajinkya Rahane, who is right now in England, means he is playing for Hampshire. Means considering that an opener like Shikhar is out, will it be a good choice or a good option to have Ajinkya Rahane in the side, because he has been accustomed to the conditions here?
I would be happy if that happens, but chances are not bright at all. It is 99%. Answer is no.
Yes. And Rishabh Pant, obviously, what sort of boost can he give to the side? Obviously, we know that he did slam bang stuff. He was in considered good form in the IPL, in the recently concluded IPL, coming into this World Cup. So, if can he fill the void? Means obviously with Shikhar being out, where can you put him in the squad?
There was a lot of controversy when Rishabh was omitted. So I'm sure that if he comes, he will definitely try to repose the faith among the team management that this I am there, and if Rishabh comes, he will not open the innings. Our problem lies with the opening stand, which Shikhar did try his level best and got 100. So we all have to wish that KL Rahul goes out to bat with Rohit and plays sensibly. Otherwise, if Virat also agreed the other day that if we could have batted better because our opening partnership gave us a solid start. So solid start is needed for any match, and if we accept this, so we have to wish that KL Rahul plays a solid role to stretch his helping hand towards his partner Rohit Sharma and gets the team the proper momentum which is required from Virat Kohli, maybe Vijay Shankar, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and the rest of the other batters.
There was obviously, we all know, it's not know, everyone knows, whoever follows Indian cricket, that this top three, Shikhar, Rohit and Virat, if these top three, any of these top three fires, India goes on to post a huge total, and invariably India goes on to win the match. I'm talking about one-day internationals. Now with Shikhar being ruled out, will it be a concern for the team management?
Definitely they will be concerned. That's why you were all saying that it's a huge blow. But the thing is that whatever Shikhar could do at the top, which is left-hand batting, it was good for the whole team so that they can pile up a big total. Now that Shikhar is not here, without lamenting, we have to think that how to make the best out of KL Rahul and the other batsmen. So other batsmen will have to chip in to make the total in a bigger fashion. At least 350 is the total that we have to aim, because in Nottingham also it's a small ground, and even I heard that during the practice matches, Graham Smith and Warner was sending the ball out of the park again and again. So if that be the case, I will definitely be missing Shikhar.
Let us update our viewers, whoever is watching Extra Time, is that it's been pouring here in Nottingham ever since we arrived yesterday, and the forecast for the next 2 days is that it will remain the same, which means there is a slight doubt over the match happening, the full match happening. Obviously, we did know that yesterday's match between West Indies and South Africa got washed out, and it is somewhat, just as you can see behind that, it is still pouring, and it will remain the same. Both the teams had a practice session today at Trent Bridge ground, but it looks very unlikely that both the teams will get an opportunity to play out. Maybe they will field indoors, but I doubt whether the Indian team will go for training.
It will not be possible, because the downfall of Shikhar Dhawan's absence. 2, even if they try to go to the field, they will not be able to practice for the simple reason that it has been pouring heavily. And I have got bitter experience of covering matches at the Nottingham, where I have seen that if it rains, it rains, it rains, and it rains. And that is the forecast that we have received, that it will be raining tomorrow also. So let us keep our finger crossed that India does well against New Zealand and collect 2 points, so that they get more confidence playing against Pakistan, and there should not be no rain. We can only pray.
With that, on that note, we end our show here on Extra Time. Keep watching Extra Time for all in-depth news, analysis, views throughout the World Cup from here in England. Until then, we only hope rain, go away. Until then, bye for now.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.